What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Shike Kamara here, getting in some Saturday work. But I have a couple observations about the Commanders Patriots game yesterday. Um, I was a little surprised at the disproportionate amount of toughness between the teams. Uh, Clearly, the Patriots are taking on the personality of their former linebacker head coach. Um, which is good for them, but not so good for the Commanders. The Commanders just did not um, meet or exceed the level of toughness you need. They did not reach the quote unquote standard that Dan Quinn sets, and it was clear. And he was upset at the post game press conference. Um, Next is clearly the Commanders have a little bit of a depth problem. If you think about it, there are not as many diamonds in the rough, not as much talent as you would like for a team that could contend for the Super Bowl. Um, the Commanders always preach competition. We preach competition here, but they seem to be fixated on their starters, and then they bring in typically average to below average competition to sort of quote unquote push their starters. But I think they need to bring in more super talented, uber talented young guys who can truly push the starters. It's, I, the analogy here is sort of like college basketball where you recruit over players at all times. And that pushes the starters to be the best they can be. And a good example would be somebody like Ja'Cory Merritt, who is clearly the most talented running back in the running back room. And so word has it that Brian Robinson Jr. has had his best camp ever, and he's been balling out in training camp. And make no mistake about it, that has a lot to do with Ja'Cory Merritt. But if you think about it, they don't have enough of that at enough positions. Look at the wide receivers. I was thinking about Kyle Williams last night for the Patriots, third round wide receiver that they picked up, who I really was hoping the Commanders would take. His footwork is impeccable. He's super talented, and the Commanders' DBs could do nothing with him. He almost drew 3 pass interference penalties. So it's not enough competition or super talented guys at enough of the positions. So if somebody is out, the Commanders might be a little bit hamstrung. So I think that they need to take a page from the Eagles and recruit over their best players just to have